Lauren Perreault from RE/MAX with your weekly home update for the Portland metro area with data through the week ending July 7th, including Vancouver, Washington. Pardon me if my face is a little weird, I just got out of the dentist. It was a pretty sleepy week for real estate in the greater Portland metro area, but that is to be expected over the week of the 4th. However, we did see another surprising spike in sale prices. Was this the result of lower interest rates about a month ago, or just an anomaly? Let's look at the most recent statistics and trends and try to make sense of the market. The average sales price rose about 3% over the previous week's pretty decent number, but where we did see a big jump was compared to last year at this time. Sales prices were up an average of almost 7%. That's way out of line with the year-over-year numbers that we've been seeing in our sample of the metro-wide sales, which includes Portland Metro and Southwest Washington, Clark County. The year-over-year average has really only been about 4% and 2.7% over the last couple of months. So what's going on? Mortgage rates were at an all-time low about a month ago when many of these transactions went into contract. That might help explain the higher numbers, but it still feels a bit anomalous to me and kind of out of line with our broader trends. So, I would like to see a few more weeks of numbers in this range before getting too excited. Both supply and demand were relatively low during the holiday week, as they usually are. The number of new purchase contracts agreed to by buyers and sellers was down, which was expected, most people on vacation, but it still landed a hair higher than the buyer activity we saw last year at this time. On the supply side of the equation, the number of new homes listed for sale in the last week was very small. Again, that's to be expected given the holiday, but when I looked at last year's numbers, I was surprised to see that the number of homes new to the market was down by almost 35% compared to last year, and that brought about a small decrease in the overall number of homes that buyers have to choose from. To see a decrease this time of year is a little bit unusual, so that is something I will keep an eye on. Moving on to mortgage rates, which are one of the most significant barriers to affordability in the current market, and obviously something really affecting us. On Thursday, we got a surprisingly good inflation report. It came in lower than expected, along with higher jobless claims. That doesn't sound great, but both of those reports influenced rates lower. On Thursday morning, we saw the 30-year fixed advertised at 6.375%, best case scenario, which was the best rate one could find. Most lenders' rates are probably higher than 6.75%. Looking ahead, we should see a lot more activity as we recover from that holiday week, and the drop in interest rates may bring some more buyer activity to our market. The Freddie Mac average for the 30-year fixed mortgage is currently only a hair lower than it was last year at this time. Interest rates have been higher this year than last. Despite this, buyer activity has been either consistent with or exceeding that of the previous year. So I'm very curious to see what happens as those two numbers begin to invert and we have lower interest rates this year than we did last year at this time. And of course, I will bring you that information as soon as I get it. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to call me at 503-683-1885 or send an email to lauren@pdxhomesforsale.com. Subscribe to our newsletter and or our YouTube channel to make sure that you don't miss any updates, and feel free to share the video or the channel with anyone who may be concerned about the real estate market in Portland. Have a great week, and I will see you right here next week. Hopefully by then my mouth won't be so numb. Have a good time.